Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Into the Void! Today we've got a game between CScitrons and SOGjr on Odyssey, the latter edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is the red Terran player SOGjr. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the pink Terran player CScitrons. So, two players here. They showed up unranked on the loading screen, and I said, you know what? After what happened with the last time I tried to cast an Into the Void, which turned into a min-rank madness, surprisingly, but I posted it anyway, is I need to do some more research. So I researched and found that CScitrons is definitely a Silver League player, and as he's matched up against this dude, this dude, SOGjr, then I would assume these are both fairly low-level dudes. APM for them at this stage of the game, about 50 for each, so feeling okay. Feeling okay about this one being a true Into the Void game. Both players are going for the barracks. CScitrons keeping his stuff close to home, not walling off his ramp, whereas SOGjr is walling off his ramp. It really, I mean, it's kind of a question of preference, what you're interested in when it comes to walling off against Terran versus when you're a Terran, but I don't know. I kind of feel like walling off just means you have stuff closer to the edge that can be hit by tanks from the ground and Marines and stuff, so I'm kind of on the CScitrons side of things. SOGjr is getting a refinery, a second refinery here at the 1 minute and 30-second mark. I don't know exactly what that is. Got a Marine in production here too. He's not going for a factory anytime soon. He is SCV scouting, which is a positive thing. And CScitrons is getting a Reaper. Does he believe in the power of Reapers? It certainly seems like he probably is ready to believe in the power of Reapers. So let's pull out our Reaper name list. This is the Reaper Tammy. Tammy was being mean to all the Protoss, so they kicked her out of her Oracle, and now she's trying out as a Reaper. She's chewing gum and killing workers, and she's all out of gum, I believe is how that works. And pink too, so that, I don't know, kind of works. If you're gonna assign gender specifics to colors, that makes sense. So here comes Tammy. Again, that's a Protoss inside that Reaper suit, by the way, in case you were wondering. I know you were. You were very curious about that. Looks like a bouncy ride. Bumpity, 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 bump. Can try to go up here and get some stuff done. Don't know if that's actually going to happen, as it is an Into the Void Reaper. But nevertheless, we're going to try. Oh, I didn't actually explain what this is. If this is your first time here in Into the Void, this is my weekly examination of Silver and Bronze League level replays sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Into the Void. Okay, that's all you have to know. Can't guarantee I will cast your game. But these days, Into the Void replays are not very plentiful. I expect to see a lot more of them as StarCraft goes free to play here. It might have already done so by the time this posts. I'm pretty ahead on my buffer at the time of casting this. Anyway, Tammy the Reaper is a very classic Into the Void Reaper, where it comes all the way down here, discovers she has nothing to do, and hangs out. Floating, mind you. It's got to use a lot of fuel. Reaper should really land if they're not going anywhere, don't you think? One of those powered by, like, nuclear jetpack fuel things, fuel rods. I'm going to sit there forever hovering. Bwah, bwah, bwah. It's kind of a fun animation, though. Whee! Why this game is good. The little things, you guys. The little tiny things make it so good. I guess maybe if we give CScitrons the benefit of the doubt here, checking to see is there an expansion. Whoa, actually moved the Reaper. Actually came in. I don't know what that pause was all about, but here we go. Tammy, KD8 charge, toss down, hits herself with her KD8 charge, and the tank fire. Oh, gets out of the tank fire just in time. Holy smoke, skin of your teeth there, Tammy. Moves on out. Figures that was enough. That was enough. The tanks are out. I mean, if you'd come in here 2 minutes earlier when you were sitting down there in the natural base for no reason, might have gotten a kill or two, but no. Unfortunately, Reaper Tammy, killless, up to full health because of combat drugs, but otherwise very sad. Expansion by CScitrons coming down here at about 4 minutes, which is pretty standard Into the Void timing. I mean, you really are safe going when racks expand. Although, if you want to get a factory up and a couple Cyclones before you expand, that is also fine in TVT. A lot of Cyclone play from Terrans going against other Terrans recently. It is good. It is good in the matchup. Also good against Protoss. I watched some Rough stream tonight, and he is working on this build where he goes reactor factory in his main, and then proxies a factory that he lifts up into the main base of the Protoss. He makes a Widow Mine here, sneaks it in the mineral line, and attacks the front door with 2 Cyclones and about 3 SCVs. It's pretty fun. actually. It's a pretty fun little build. He had some good success with it. There was one Protoss player, I don't know who it was at the GM level, but holy cow, that Protoss player was a boss. Didn't lose anything to the Widowmine. Okay, a probe, maybe two. Held off the Cyclone attacks, basically went Mass Immortal. Said, you know what, that's how we deal with Cyclones in my house, is Mass Immortal. And did, and then every time Ruff turned around, there was another base, and another base, and another base, and then it was over. It was, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the risk you run playing on the GM ladder, is there are some really incredible players out there on the GM ladder, and you could be GM and still not quite be on their level. You know what I mean? The difference between brand new GM player and established GM player is pretty stark. Pretty stark, and not Tony Stark. All right, SOGjr is working on a lot of Marines. He's got his tanks here. He's working on upgrades, +2 attack. Are you kidding? And +2 armor? No, just +1 armor. That makes more sense. And making Liberators here too. True Into the Voidness is hanging out and nobody really attacking for the first 10 minutes of the game. We'll see how this works out between these guys. Raven moving out for some work. Where is our Reaper? Reaper Tammy's still here, admiring the local fauna and mineral crystals. I'd like to have some of those perhaps in my barracks, she is thinking. Staring at them won't get it done. Oh, never, you caught me staring, she said. I'm actually heading up this ramp. Watch me. All right, so Raven and Medevac passed each other. So if any of the players were paying attention at all, they know there's a Raven coming to SOGjr's base. And the other way, they know there's a Medevac heading north. So someone's got to move. Again, Raven is falling prey to the harassment unit disease of CScitrons, where he just kind of hangs out and doesn't actually move in. This is something you'll never see a pro do. If you have a Raven across the map, you move them. You use them. The longer you wait, the less effective they are. Auto turret getting tossed down here at the natural base, and gonna kill a mule that was almost dead anyway. That might have died of natural causes, actually. And don't even bother. Don't even bother. You're just gonna lose Marines to this thing. 2 Marines die for no reason. All the SCVs were off doing other stuff anyway. They were treated pretty nicely from SOGjr Liberator here, saying, where is the Raven? I will kill the Raven. But Raven is already up here amongst the trees, amongst the foliage. Drop from SOGjr moving out. He did have a full medevac of Marines, but one is holding the Zelnaga watchtower on the left side. And is that, by golly, that's Tammy. Hey, Tammy. Checking, I guess, is this gold base safe for me to expand to? By golly, it is. Why don't you radio that in on home, Tammy? You're doing a great job here. Third base at 7 minutes and 50 seconds. Wow, much faster third base timing than natural timing for CScitrons. Really feels pretty safe that SOGjr is not going to attack him anytime soon. He has not sent any attacking units across the map at all, but here we go. First time for everything, 8 minutes and 6 seconds in. Dropping Marines on the edges of this map, individually placing them. Never mind, for a second there was. And here we go, Marines with stim, +2 attack. Pretty scary. Actually, oh, they're going to deny the stim upgrade. They deny the stim upgrade for Citrons. SOGjr up with a vengeance, killing some of these SCVs. Man, these death animations for SCVs are sad. Very sad. CScitrons comes with 1 million more Marines, about 40 Marines, and wins and shoves away SOGjr. Wow. How is that so different? 34 Marines for Citrons versus 21 for SOG. I guess most of his Marines are back home playing defense. And there's a Thor from SOGjr. Good model, too. I know I've been on a zoom-in kick lately, but it's just, I don't know. I have this like renewed appreciation for the graphics work in StarCraft 2. This game is old, y'all. This game came out in 2010 and largely unchanged model-wise. I mean, just mind-blowing. It's Blizzard, though. Blizzard stuff looks good no matter what. World of Warcraft still looks really good. For a game that was originally released in 2004, yeah, they've had some model upgrades. Yes, they've done some things, but it's the same engine they've been using for 14 years now. Probably earlier than that, because the game was in development for a long time prior. It's ridiculous. All right, here we are. 9.5 minutes. Time for CScitrons to move out with a massive force of +1 attack Marines, a bunch of tanks with no upgrades, a couple Vikings, couple medevacs, and an SCV along for the ride. The pink color is very nice and soothing. Couple Marines for SOGjr see this. Keep moving, despite the fact they're getting chased by a tank. And turn around to get murdered. Yeah, see if there's a tank chasing you, run. Recommendation here is run. Upgrades again do favor SOGjr. +2 attack, +1 there versus only +1 attack for CScitrons. Tanks are set up too for Junior. But tanks are now established for CScitrons. And by tanks, I mean one. Target fired pretty well there. Tank fire still messing it up. And looks like CScitrons winning this battle quite nicely. Thor trying to do some stuff. You have any kills, Thor? How about it, man? Nope, no kills from Thor. God of Thunder, not of Hammers, as I believe as he's known. Weapon refit being researched. Wait a second. Does that mean battle cruisers? Hold on. Hold on. I don't think any of these starports have tech labs, though. SOGjr is just getting the upgrades before he has any BCs. Is that what we're doing? There's a tech lab coming on that starport being built. Ooh, we're going to see battle cruisers. Okay. I'm always very excited about that as 2 auto turrets get tossed down at the natural base of SOGjr and wreak some pretty good havoc there. This Raven has lots of kills. 11 kills on that Raven. Are you kidding me? 8 SCVs dead of SOGjrs. I'm going to say most of that is due to auto turret harass. He's got a sensor tower up, covering his bases. Just CScitrons doing this pretty well. Tank wins. SOGjr's tank won that battle as tank pieces from CScitrons fall down a cliff. Or a ramp, I guess. The incline is not steep enough to really be considered a cliff. Is there an official incline where that's the case? I don't know. Where are we with... Is there more auto turret stuff? More auto turret stuff. That is crazy. Where are you? I guess gotta check this again. 17 kills on that Raven. The harassment's fantastic. CScitrons keeps losing tanks because they're alone. Look, tanks hanging out by themselves are just ripe for the picking. Kind of like Colossus. Colossus by themselves, bad. They need support units. They need them to live, is how this works. Any more upgrades from CScitrons? He's got that +1 armor. He's kind of stopped upgrades for now. And Junior is at +3 attack at 12 minutes. Pult upgrade timings, y'all. CScitrons going to try to do a bit of a drop here inside the main base of SOGjr. Missile turret's going to cause major problems for this plant. Full medevac dead. 2 more medevacs are going to die here. And these Marines are unloaded, but they are a bit stranded. And here comes the cavalry to save the day. Liberator gets burned out of the sky. He didn't help very much, Liberator, but that's okay. The follow-up Marines were enough to win. Bodies left behind on the battlefield evaporate very, very quickly. The physics of StarCraft worlds are interesting, I can tell you that much. Alright, so the contained by CScitrons is still on. He's on 3 bases, whereas SOGjr is currently sitting on 2, which is bad. You need more bases at the 12-minute mark, but he's just defending is what he's doing. How else is he supposed to do this? Marines on fire as they're running from this tank splash. That's one of my favorite animations, is Marines on fire, because they got some splash damage from a tank across the way. There we go. Battlecruiser in production from SOGjr. How's he gonna... I don't know if this is even enough, gonna be honest with you. Tanks from CScitrons. And here we... CScitrons thinks about moving in and then decides not to, which again is not really a sign of an Into the Void game, but the fact that CScitrons is floating 4,000 minerals and 1,000 gas is fairly indicative of where we are with this. SOGjr does not have as much money, but that's because he's entirely mined out in his main, except for 1 mineral patch of 30 harvesters remaining. Vikings taking down SOGjr's attempt to go for a 3rd base. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. He needs a 3rd more than anything, but I don't think he can afford to. I don't think he has the ability to pull it off, is the problem. Raven, you been in there more? You have any more kills, Raven? Nope, still 17. Could do some more auto turret stuff, because there's literally no missile turrets to stop it from happening. Oh, yes. Yes, thank you for giving me that idea, Falcon. And more auto turret stuff. Goodbye, SCVs. We hardly knew thee. It's 63 to 26 harvesters is really bad. CScitrons is up big time here. 24 kills on that Raven. Hero Raven of all time. Auto turret tossed down again. Finishing off one of those guys. Yeah, Yamato cannon killing a tank. Auto turret trying to kill an orbital command all by itself. It hits hard, but not that hard, if I had to say. More reinforcements finally coming across the map from CScitrons. He's kind of had this general group of Marines for a while now. Just charged him in, got a lot of them massacred. Dude, you have to commit or you don't go in at all. CScitrons, no. Okay, CScitrons struggling a bit here. Also, Junior walking Marines and Thors into tank lines. They got a tank. That was good. But it's 114 to 72 total supply. Citrons is up. A lot of that's going to be workers, though. A tactical jump into the main base of CScitrons. Murdering a lot of these Marines as they're coming out of these barracks. How many kills do you have already? 5 kills already. SCVs are building missile turrets as fast as they can inside this main base. Battlecruiser trying to come home before Junior dies. As the Marines and the Viking get rid of it. Junior trying to actually break out of this contain. He does it! He finally commits! He breaks out of the contain, kills a lot of medevacs, gets rid of everything pink on this side of the map with the exception of 2 Vikings, and a very pleased with itself Raven. This battlecruiser's still alive. This PC's still alive. Has 8 kills. Missile turrets can't move, unfortunately, for Citrons. So this guy's going to hang out forever and murder stuff, I guess. He could actually get into this mineral line of this 3rd base that Citrons has and do a lot of work. There are some missile turrets, but they're at the front of the base, not at the back. Does he know this exists? Oh, he doesn't know this base exists. That's a problem. Remember how important scouting it is, everybody? Scouting is hugely important, especially in Into the Void. Marines charging in from CScitrons. Oh, they're bait, though. They are bait. Hey, Marines, come kill us. We're helpless SCVs. Ah. And then they run into tank fire and die. I'm sure that's entirely the plan. This PC is essentially running an unopposed aggressive action against Citrons right now. He's going to kill a barracks all by himself. It is not something you see every day from battle cruisers. Pew, 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 pew. Marine dies burning and then falls down and little ashes sprinkle up into the sky. 3rd base is landed by SOGjr at 16 minutes and 36 seconds. Floating 2,000 is CScitrons. He has so much money in the bank, but he only has 36 Marines, a tank, a Reaper, and 2 Vikings. And the Raven. Let's not forget about the Raven. 25 kill. Raven, commander. Commander. Also, maybe you should make some units to deal with this battlecruiser, dude. You have some Vikings. Make some more Vikings. Kill it. He's just showing very little interest in what's going on here.
Is under attack.
Yeah, see, it's telling you base is under attack. Let's see what he's looking at.
Base is under attack.
Oh, he's going for it. He is going for it. Marines, this is where you tactical jump out. Oh, with a tactical jump out, SOGjr keeping his dude alive. Where did it jump into? Oh, here he is. 18 kill. Captain Battlecruiser joining the party. So no one's army is especially hugely impressive right now. 29 Marines, 5 tanks for SOGjr, 43 Marines, a tank for Citrons. 4th base on the way for Citrons, finally deciding to perhaps expand. He just spent all of his money on something. He's down to 200 minerals all of a sudden. I guess a lot of that is supply depots and bases. He built like 4 or 5 bases at once, which I guess he will use to expand everywhere. At the 18-minute mark, if you're feeling safe, you can kind of just expand everywhere. Not a bad way to go, I believe is how to explain that. Resources lost to this point are 11,500 for Citrons and 6,900 for Junior. So he's been more cost efficient. He doesn't have as many bases, though, and is not going to have as many bases as soon as Citrons decides what he's going to do with these 3 command centers that are just kind of hanging out by his 3rd base. 4th base happily running, oversaturated. Could probably put some of these guys on gas, except for the fact that he has 3,000 gas in the bank and wouldn't know what to do with it if he had more gas. Bit of a drop here from Citrons, trying to sneak on down this right side. Gonna drop here in the natural base of Junior. Still no missile turrets, despite the Raven attacks for the last 20 minutes of this game. There is absolutely no air defense here, and this is gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad for these Marines. Not the Marines, the SCVs actually. The Marines are gonna be fine. Sorry for giving you unwarranted concern about the Marines, because nobody's trying to stop them at all. Alright, gonna take down this natural base. There are some medevacs healing them up from the stim, which is wonderful. And Junior decides he's not going home. Not going home. He's gonna attack directly into the teeth of the tiger. Marines from the backside, though. Sneaky backside attack from Citrons. Does get chased away by some of these Marines. Tanks are just firing indiscriminately on whatever is in range. Tactical jump battlecruiser. Where did you jump, dude? I don't know where you jumped. Is it one of those like short range jumps, maybe? No, seriously, where are you, man? Gotta find you. Yeah, it's total short range jump. That was weird. Yamato cannon. Oh, I was gonna try to take that from the command center, but it died first. CScitrons sends all of his Marines across the map here, and they're doing a very good job of themselves. Where did the medevacs go? I don't know, but these guys are super overstimmed, but they still do 100% damage of +1/+1, and it's very, very scary indeed. Battle Cruiser's down to 14 hit points, try to take down a missile turret by his lonesome, and Junior is not attacking stuff at all. There we go. I think just an A move would suffice right now. I don't know. You need to really target anything here. We are officially in base race mode, and I just feel like CScitrons has more stuff. He's got more stuff to kill. Everything that Junior's that is a building is inside his main base. Very easy to keep track of that way. I mean, this Thor with 14 kills really needs to do stuff. How do you +3 attack for the Thor? When did that happen? SOG Junior, the Ravens here joining the party. Nope, it's a new oh, that's an SOG Junior Raven is what it is. So, okay, killing this base is great, but what on earth is happening? CScitrons is just building 8 barracks at a time down at this newly established base of operations down here in the south. Floating a command center up to the north as SOG Junior along the right side. Who's going to come out on top here? Here's the question on everybody's mind, and I think CScitrons just has a better... Oh, look at these tanks. Look at these tanks. Going up that ramp is real bad and scary, but you know what? Oh, wait. No, those are Junior's tanks. I'm colorblind. Apparently, those were Junior's tanks the whole time in CScitrons' base. I was wondering why they were attacking buildings, and now I know. Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing left here for Junior. He's got that floating command center up top right. The Raven is scouting it. And too bad, says SOG Junior. Yeah, CScitrons, the times when having a bank is not terrible. When you can just build stuff everywhere during a base race, and your opponent can't really afford to do it as much. Although it's not over yet. I'm going to give it a not over yet rating. As in, I think in a straight up fight here, Junior wins against CScitrons' stuff. It's 52 to Marines for CScitrons and 25 for Junior, but... Oh, he did lose... Yeah, he does have a Raven, does Junior. He has a Thor, 2, 3 tanks, whereas CScitrons does not have any tanks at all. This could get interesting real fast. Oh, there's a planetary fortress here for CScitrons. Dude, just let the tanks handle it. Don't go in there. Don't go in there like... No, what did I just say? Auto turret is actually absorbing a lot of the shots. Wow, okay, that went better than expected. Once that auto turret was down, and Junior, he lost his command center up here. And he left the game. If only he had more stuff. Was he out of SCVs? He was out of SCVs. He couldn't build anything, but geez, that was a good one. That was a good edition of Into the Void. 22-minute craziness with battle cruisers, ends in a base race. Good times indeed. CScitrons still ends up losing more than his opponent somehow. 24,000 resources compared to 19,000 for SOG Junior. Whoosh. Additionally, let's see how many Marines died. 149 Marines died for CScitrons, a mere 68 for SOG Junior, but 67 SCVs for Junior died, and 27 died for CScitrons. He did not lose hardly any SCVs in the course of this game. For a 22-minute game that was a base race, that is nothing. That is nothing. Good one. Good game. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Into the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Ashamed by what you have done. There is no redemption, and so you must run. And it's taken your heart and broken your soul. You cannot go back until you're made whole. And you're running into the void. You void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, there's a light upon you, and you follow it on. Looking for a reason and a way to atone. All around you, the planets and stars, you're lost in a maelstrom of a great new unknown. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, and you're running into the void. You go searching into the void. And you're running into the void.